Reinier De Ridder has vowed to make a strong comeback following his disappointing loss to Brendan Allen at UFC Vancouver, which many critics labeled as one of the most difficult setbacks of his career. Despite being counted out by much of the MMA community, De Ridder made it clear in a recent interview with Home of Fight that he is far from done. The former champion opened up about the mistakes that led to his defeat, admitting that his downfall stemmed from overworking himself and rushing his path toward a title opportunity. According to De Ridder, he pushed his body beyond its limits, undergoing 5 brutal weight cuts in a single year, which ultimately drained his strength and affected his last performance inside the octagon. Reflecting on the experience, De Ridder admitted that he paid the price for his ambition but has since taken time to recover both physically and mentally. He said that his focus now is on rebuilding properly and returning stronger than ever. He explained that while he made tactical and physical errors, he has learned from them and will not repeat the same mistakes. De Ridder emphasized that he's been through similar situations before and knows what it takes to bounce back. He acknowledged that during his last few fights, he started strong but faded as the rounds went on due to exhaustion from overtraining and excessive weight cutting. Looking ahead, De Ridder stated that his ultimate goal remains Khamzat Chimaev, and he intends to chase that fight once he returns. He called Chimaev the man to beat and expressed full confidence that a matchup between them would be an explosive showdown for the fans. Currently, Chimaev is set to face Nassourdine Imavov, and depending on the outcome, the next title challenger could come from the winner of Sean Strickland vs Anthony "Fluffy" Hernandez. De Ridder acknowledged how stacked the middleweight division has become, with every fight carrying major implications for the title picture. There have also been early discussions about a potential bout between De Ridder and Paulo Costa, though nothing official has been confirmed. De Ridder said he is remaining patient, watching the division unfold, and waiting for the right opportunity to reinsert himself into the title conversation. He ended the interview by promising fans that his next run will be different. He's no longer rushing the process and is determined to return smarter, stronger, and more calculated. When asked for a message to Khamzat Chimaev, De Ridder simply said with a grin that Chimaev should be patient, hinting that their paths will inevitably cross in the future. Dana White has officially responded to Jon Anik's recent road rage altercation, addressing the situation with a mix of realism and empathy while shedding light on what it truly means to live life under public scrutiny. The incident, which saw Anik apologize to an aggressive driver before things escalated further, sparked debate across the MMA community. Many fans believe that Jon's apology may have unintentionally emboldened the other driver, while others feel he handled the situation with maturity and restraint. Dana White, however, approached the matter from a broader perspective, reminding everyone that being in the public eye, especially in the UFC world, comes with unique challenges that often go unseen. Speaking on the issue, Dana explained that unpredictability is part of fame and that public figures like Anik must constantly navigate situations where people may act recklessly or provocatively. He emphasized that while the incident was unfortunate, it should not define Jon Anik or overshadow the professionalism he's shown throughout his career. Instead, Dana suggested it should serve as a reminder of the mental and emotional toll that comes with constant visibility. Public figures, he noted, don't get to choose who approaches them or how those encounters unfold, which is why maintaining composure and awareness is essential. Dana also reflected on how society has changed over the years, contrasting the current environment with how such situations were handled decades ago. When I was growing up, I'm 56, Dana said. When you were acting crazy, they put you away. You didn't see a lot of nutty people walking around. I don't know what happened with that system. His comments reflected both frustration and concern, highlighting how unpredictable interactions have become more common in today's world. He acknowledged that everyone, including public figures, has good days and bad days, but said that learning to manage those moments is part of what comes with fame. Dana's reaction carried a tone of realism rather than criticism, showing understanding toward Anik while reinforcing that such incidents are almost inevitable for those in the spotlight. He reminded fans that fame attracts both admiration and hostility, and sometimes, those random encounters can spiral out of control despite good intentions. White himself has experienced similar confrontations in the past and has openly shared stories of his own altercations, including disputes with neighbors and individuals who crossed the line. As the situation continues to spark discussion online, Dana's message was clear. Being a public figure requires patience, discipline, and awareness of how quickly simple moments can escalate. He concluded by urging fans to see beyond the controversy, focusing instead on how professionals like Jon Anik consistently carry themselves with integrity despite the unpredictable nature of fame. This incident, while uncomfortable, serves as a lesson in the importance of composure and restraint in a world where every action is amplified and every reaction can become a headline. Islam Makhachev has received a warning ahead of his highly anticipated UFC 322 fight, where he will face reigning welterweight champion Jack Della Maddalena on November 15. The bout marks a major moment in Makhachev's career as he steps into the welterweight division after vacating his lightweight crown. Despite being the betting favorite, many analysts believe this could be one of the toughest challenges of his career. Former UFC middleweight champion Michael Bisping recently discussed the fight during an interview with MMA journalist Mike Bone, offering insight into why Makhachev cannot afford to underestimate his opponent. Bisping pointed out that Jack Della Maddalena, who claimed the welterweight title earlier this year by defeating Belal Muhammad, has grown into a complete and dangerous fighter. He explained that while Maddalena lost his first 2 professional bouts, he has since gone undefeated and become one of the most well-rounded athletes in the UFC. Bisping emphasized that Maddalena is a natural welterweight, physically strong, and technically sharp, particularly in his boxing. According to Bisping, Maddalena's striking is some of the best in the entire promotion, with crisp combinations, precise timing, and fluid footwork that allows him to pivot and angle effectively, keeping himself off the fence. He also noted that Maddalena's reliance on boxing rather than heavy kicking might play a key role in this matchup. This style, Bisping said, helps him maintain a defensive rhythm while keeping his opponents guessing. He warned that if Makhachev isn't careful, Maddalena could exploit those moments of transition and land something significant. Bisping's comments were echoed by other fighters, including Aljamain Sterling, who also weighed in on the upcoming fight. Sterling commented on a viral clip of Maddalena delivering a devastating hook knockout, calling him a beast, but adding that if he fails to secure an early finish, Makhachev's grappling and control could take over as the fight progresses. Despite the noise surrounding the matchup, Makhachev appears calm and unbothered by the warnings. He has continued his lighthearted presence online, recently posting a humorous video teasing his manager, Ali Abdelaziz, about his public speaking skills. The clip showed Makhachev jokingly calling Abdelaziz way down in microphone ability, saying he still has much to learn. It's clear that Makhachev's confidence remains intact as he prepares for one of the biggest fights of his career. In addition to his fight preparation, it was also announced that he will join streamer Aiden Ross for a live broadcast on Monday, giving fans another glimpse of his mindset before UFC 322. Whether the warnings from veterans like Bisping will influence Makhachev's approach remains to be seen, but one thing is certain. The clash between Islam Makhachev and Jack Della Maddalena is shaping up to be one of the most compelling matchups of the year. Jack Della Maddalena has expressed genuine interest in a future fight against Khamzat Chimaev, the current middleweight champion. In a recent interview with the New York Post Sports, Jack spoke about his long-term goals and ambitions within the UFC. He emphasized that before considering any move to another weight class, he wants to establish a dominant reign as a defending champion in his own division. His focus, he said, is on cleaning out the top contenders, proving himself against the best, and earning the right to pursue new challenges at higher weight classes when the time is right. Della Maddalena explained that he admires champions who defend their titles multiple times before moving up, referencing Islam Makhachev as an example of someone who handled his career progression with respect and discipline. Jack noted that Islam cleaned out much of the lightweight division before considering a transition, something he hopes to emulate in his own career. According to Jack, being a champion is not just about winning the belt once, it's about defending it consistently and building a legacy that stands the test of time. When asked whether a move to middleweight could be in his future, Della Maddalena responded that it is certainly a possibility. He confirmed that he would welcome the challenge of fighting Khamzat Chimaev one day, calling it a fight that excites him both competitively and personally. Jack said that if his career continues to progress as planned, a showdown with Chimaev would be a tremendous test of skill and mentality. He described Khamzat as a dominant force in the sport and acknowledged that facing someone of that caliber would be an opportunity to prove himself on the biggest stage possible. Della Madalena's calm yet confident approach reflects his disciplined mindset and methodical rise through the ranks. He is not rushing into super fights or chasing hype but instead focusing on steady growth, meaningful title defenses, and proving his worth as a champion. His remarks demonstrate a respect for the sport's hierarchy and for fighters who have earned their positions through hard work and consistent performances. As Della Maddalena continues to climb toward championship status, fans are already speculating about the potential clash between him and Chimaev. Both fighters bring exciting styles and unrelenting pressure, making a future matchup between them one of the most intriguing possibilities in the UFC's near future. UFC commentator John Anik recently experienced a terrifying road rage incident that has the MMA community talking. While driving, Anik found himself involved in a dangerous confrontation that escalated to a death threat, with the other driver even pulling a knife and pointing it at him. Known for his calm and level-headed demeanor, Anik would never provoke anyone, making the situation all the more shocking for fans and fellow fighters alike. The story quickly spread on social media, with fans expressing concern and support for the beloved commentator, highlighting the real dangers that even public figures face in everyday life. Anik recounted the incident with his characteristic composure, describing the surreal and frightening nature of the encounter. He explained that it occurred while he was driving down a hill at about 25 miles per hour. He did not believe he was tailgating the other driver, but the man suddenly slammed on his brakes, forcing Anik to brake sharply to avoid a collision. The driver then exited his vehicle and demanded that Anik roll down his window. Despite being caught off guard and wearing flip-flops, which limited his ability to react physically, Anik complied. The man immediately confronted him, asking why Anik was driving so close and demanding that he back off. When Anik apologized and attempted to de-escalate the situation, the driver escalated further by pulling a switchblade knife and threatening to stab him. The man then returned to his car with the knife still drawn, leaving Anik shaken but unharmed. This incident has sparked broader conversations about road rage, personal safety, and the unpredictability of encounters with strangers. Fans were quick to rally around Anik, showing the strong sense of community and support within the MMA world. The episode serves as a reminder that even calm, respected individuals who spend their lives analyzing fights from the safety of a broadcast booth are not immune to the dangers that can arise in everyday life. Anik's recounting of the situation emphasized both his relief at walking away unharmed and the importance of staying vigilant. While the incident was frightening, his measured response and clear communication helped prevent it from escalating further. The story has resonated with MMA fans, reinforcing the unpredictable challenges faced by public figures both in and out of the octagon. It also highlights the value of composure, awareness, and caution in potentially dangerous situations, demonstrating that even seasoned professionals must remain alert when confronted by unexpected aggression.